Hi there. Um, it's been quite a while since I did a live. Um, so I just kind of wanted to have one. If anybody wants to come up and chat, that would be nice. You can do that. Um, Whatever. It's all right by me. Um, I don't really have a topic. I just wanted to make appearance because I haven't been on here in a while. As you can see, I'm using a background. That background, that's a picture I painted. Um, it's called Planet B. Um, it's just I like it, and I thought it would make a good background. So I'm using the background aspect of StreamYard. It's not perfect, as you can see. It glitches and pops and whatever, but for the most part, you can see the background and um, whatnot. Uh, I have a poll up. I'm just curious as you're targeted, if you've noticed any improvements, like less aggravated V2K, less street theater, less people following you, less glitches happening on your phone or your computer or anything like that. It's just a poll. Personally, um, myself, the B2K has gotten. They aren't as aggressive and loud as they usually have been. I mean, they're still there. They're still bitching and crying and still doing their shit, um, but they don't have it modulated so high that it's just like obnoxious and just can't concentrate because all you hear is these um is these racist evil assholes, doing their stuff. It's not just in your face, bam bam bam, and can't hear nothing else but these scumbags. So um but as far as the covert aspect, it's been going on for about 5 years now. um uh, they don't really play the street theater game much anymore. Haven't noticed. Either I haven't noticed, or um, but the V2K is still there, and they still play their liar's game where they try to imply that you're doing this or you've done that, or you're an evil asshole, or you're the worst person in the world, and that kind of crap. They still do that. That's and it's always like, see what Scotty says, blah 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 blah. But that's their AI version of me. I'm kind of I'm kind of toying with this because it's like, that way maybe it'll make it harder for them to you know imitate my video my videos or whatever. I'll keep changing it up. But but the main reason I wanted to come on is for the most part, I haven't been seeing a lot of people do any videos about about um, you know, gang stalking so much. I mean, I know there's a couple people doing them, but the ones I do notice is that they're not doing much of anything except for bashing other targets. I'm not I'm not the one to do that. I don't that kind of gets under my skin. Um, if you're trying to intimate, that their credibility is good or bad or whatever, but struggling with being targeted all the time, um, life is hard as a target. Um, they make money hard for you. They make relationships hard for you. They make everyday life hard for you. Um, some of the targets, they just have totally, the gang stalkers have warped the target's sense of reality with this spiritual crap um, uh, and just the demeaning behavior that they come into your environment and say, see, look how horrible this person is, or they make rude off comments. I mean, they've done that to me for years on this channel. But like I said, like it says, I've been watching the world here, just sitting here and watching YouTube, and these intentions of these groups of people um, that are here on YouTube, that are involved apparently, do everything they can to denigrate denigrate you, and your, whatever it is you're about. I mean, I'm not going to say any names because it's just pointless to say names anymore. Um, the struggle is still real, but for the most part, I recommend as a target to this is probably not going to set well with some of you. Stop bashing each other. Stop looking at other targeted individuals and trying to you know I don't know, analyze them. I mean, because you're a target yourself, and if you're trying to convey an idea that you know some are not a target, or some are more targeted than others, or your targeting doesn't like coincide with some of the things that happen to others. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say they've never got V2K, or they've never been affected by the dream manipulation or the harassment with your sleep, the sleep deprivation, but there's a lot that have, and some just have the workplace mobbing or the street theater or just people following them. But in any event, the online harassment, on your, wherever you seem to go, if you're playing a video game, there's always going to be some obnoxious asshole that just says, "Oh, see there, that person right there is a horrible person, blah blah blah. Look what they said, blah blah." I was playing my video game Mech Arena the other day, and I'm just in the chat, and some some asshole comes off with, "See, he was telling some other person, see, Scott says this about you. He says you're a horrible person, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, I didn't say any such thing, but he's going on and on and on about how I said, this and that. But it's like, I'm like, yeah, it's perp shit going on, right? But it doesn't matter where you are. I mean, you can be in a random drama channel chat or whatever, wherever you're at. There's always going to be a perp in there that knows who you are, and they're going to indicate they do know and they're going to single you out and try to gather other individuals that might not be part of it, but obviously there's a lot of them are, to join in the party, should I say, the of the denigration party, to denigrate your behavior and make you appear as though you're some evil alien conqueror or something like that, or the most horrible person or whatever. But lately, my scumbag, racist neighbors have been talking about, it's a word that probably not like to use, murder. I personally have never done anyone any harm and don't intend to, but in self-defense, I'd be happy to, protect myself. But as far as going out and attacking people with a hatchet, or standing in front of their house and screaming some racist slurs, or, I'm not going to do that like they do right here in my trailer park in front of my place. I've had videos I've told about it. These are the worst people on the planet. Okay, gangs of stalkers. It's not gang stalkers. That's something else I have a problem with, is the term gang stalkers. That intimates that you are stalking gangs, right? That the person, not that they are gangs of people stalking a person. It sounds, the terminology sounds more like gang stalkers. You're stalking gangs, right? That's what they're they try to twist the narrative. Well, the narrative is they are gangs of stalkers stalking individuals, targeted individuals. They target an individual, and these gangs, groups of horrible fucking people, harass, ruin in anything to do with you, so that it's hard for you to how should I say, coexist. But I will say, the bashing of other people that are targeted. If you're a target and you're watching other targets, you're looking at trying to maybe glean a little information about your targeting from other targets. Trying to analyze them like you're a psychologist or something. I'm not down with that. When we used to have the weekly Friday with TI News, I had a problem with that, and I told them that. I said, you guys you're fucking with Alice, like she's a you brought her on the show, then I guess something got happened between you, and then you all started going after her with this Jeep shit and making her look like the bad guy. No, I personally don't care about her intentions or her lifestyle, but if you're targeted and you're trying to point the finger at other targets, I don't care if you think they're targeted or not. If they're a fake target, or an agent or whatever, gang stalker agent pretending to be a target, let them do that. But trying to, I don't know, single them out as as being the enemy. Well, if you're targeted, every other targeted individual should, generally you should consider them on your team, not someone that you want to point the finger at, saying that they're crazy because of what they're saying, is persecutory delusional or whatever, or schizo or blah blah blah. You're just helping gang stalkers, and that's my feeling as to what you're doing. Um, so I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you like that opinion, but that's my opinion, and I'm going to keep it. But I've been targeted for quite a long time now. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna also not gonna play this game of who's the number one target, or who's the most targeted citizen, or who needs a fucking trophy for being targeted. I don't want a fucking trophy for being targeted. I just want targeting to stop, and I want gang stalkers to be held accountable for what they're doing. And I saw a video from someone the other day that I guess Washington Post is reopening the case on Havana syndrome, and which is a good thing in my opinion. But the thing about it is, that's only indicative for, like FBI agents and the CIA agents, and that kind of aspect of the being targeted. Now, that has nothing to do with average, everyday citizen like you or me, who aren't, a government official being, harassed outside the White House, or in a you know as a diplomat in Cuba or wherever you're at. You're just an everyday citizen that these slimy fuckers are doing this to. And somehow that doesn't garner any credibility because you're an average citizen. You're not, you're just a person. You're not somebody important to the situation. Now, if you got any kind of opinion, you can come up here and you can voice it to me, and everybody else here that might be. I know there's really probably nobody watching, but as far as that goes, I'm really not. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this for recognition. I have on the bottom here about my Cash App, but that that money is going to be intended for the device I intend on creating that has to do with something like a Truthsayer app, but it's going to be in a EEG oriented environment with infrared technology. Like I said, I need to gather, I need to gather more equipment before I can complete the device. I call it the bullshit gang stalker bullshit detector. Now, I personally know they're using BCI, which is brain computer interface technology, in tandem with AI and other devices to perform the V2K, the harassment, the body, the pain that you're feeling from when they're zapping your teeth, trying to rot your teeth out like they've done mine and some other people. Some people complain about how they're affecting their knees or the back or the head, the back of their head, all their crown, or the symptoms are varied, but in retrospect, they're all divined through this technology. Albeit whether it's microwave, I'm more inclined to believe it's ultrasonic, to do with ultrasound. You can create sound into a beam a lot easier than you can a microwave. And ultrasound can penetrate the body and pretty much any object. It can penetrate any object. So It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how many tinfoil hats you put on your head. It's still gonna penetrate. You can have, you can wear an Iron Man suit, whatever. It's still gonna penetrate. Now, microwaves have a problem with water. They do work in water, but it it cuts it a little bit. But metal doesn't stop ultrasound. Water doesn't stop ultrasound. There's not really anything that stops ultrasound from, you know, getting to its destination. Um, Now the problem where they're talking about the people cookers. There's an individual online that does quite a bit of talking about people cookers and other things. Um, there's so much patent information and from the 50s to the 70s to date that all this technology's been, you know, been confirmed and funded uh, and subsidized, whatever you want to call it, however you want to term it, and it is being funded. Now, I'm of the opinion that whoever is behind most of this are criminals. It's a criminal element. There's nothing legal about what they're doing, and they know that. That's why they try and hide it. Should it be a government entity, they know they're doing bad, and they know they're harming people. But for the most part, the gangs of stalkers. I hate the term gang stalkers now because that's what it sounds like. It's like you're stalking gangs. Well, no, gangs are stalking you. Gangs of groups of people are stalking you. It's not the other way around. We're not, as a target, are not out trying to find, you know, groups to harass. It's the other way around. The groups are looking for targeted people to harass. So, for whatever purpose, whether they're trying to gain, you know, uh, I don't know, alter your identity or alter your people's perception of you, which is the most part of what's going on. But in general, it's because, like I've said before, you pissed in somebody's Wheaties, whoever that is, and you made the cut, or should I say, the blacklist in the universe. That's kind of it. Because you are blacklisted, and it's universal. Um, I don't exactly know how the community as a whole is involved and yet appears like, you know, wants to appear that they're not. I mean, there's just so many fucking liars and so many fakers that are doing this, and that's my intent with the gang stalker bullshit detector that I want to make. And I am making. I need more parts to complete the project. It's Arduino based. It's going to be, you know, simple garbage, but it's going to perform a task, and it's going to be used for people doing just what I'm doing right here, sitting here doing a live show, showing their face, talking to you, and you will be able to determine whether they're fucking full of shit or whether they're telling the truth. Now, I've recommended anyone use voice recognition, facial recognition, whatever device you want to employ on all of my videos. All of my videos where I'm looking you right here into the camera, and I am not in any way being deceitful here. I have no ulterior motive. My motive is to fuck gang stalkers over for being gangs of stalkers fucking people over. That's my motive. I want your money. I don't give a fuck about your subscriptions. I don't give a fuck if you like my videos. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to inform you, and that's all I've ever been here for, and to research. And I've stepped it up by I'm going to actually create a device to help with that. So you can use the Truthsayer app. It's an application. I looked it up that uses facial recognition and a couple other items to determine whether someone is fucking lying. And you can get it, you can make it, whatever. You can get it on GitHub. They show you everything you need to use it. No, that's not what I'm going to make. This is going to be EEG. And the main reason I want to use the EEG is for my own head, and to prove that everything that I've, that has been happening to me is in here. Everything that has been happening to you is in your head. Everything they've done to you is in your head. And if you can record it or somehow look at it, which you can use an EEG to actually create a text version, voice version, whatever, maybe video. I don't know how far they're coming with this AI turning people's thoughts into video. These fuckers have already been doing that. They've been doing it for a while. If they're telling you that they're working on it and it's mainstream, they've already been doing it for a decade. Anything they tell you that's coming out that they're going to be used, that this possibility works, like the other thing with the detecting EEG at a distance with infrared, which I have a link on one of my videos. They've been doing that for a decade, at least. They've been doing it for a lot longer than you're ever going to know. And they're just telling you now because it's already perfected. It's not like they're testing. If they're telling you about it, if you're hearing about it on the news or in a video, it's already been being done for quite a long time. If you don't believe that, that's fine. That's your opinion. But I'm absolutely certain of it. So you can take what I say with a grain of salt, which some people do, or you can actually listen to me and form an opinion of your own. But I'm not going to sit here and say I know everything there is to know about anything, to be honest. I know there's a lot of things that I might have wrong to do with targeting, but there are a lot of things that I'm absolutely certain I have correct. So you have to decide for yourself as a target and as maybe a casual observer of someone's targeting that might be doing videos. You have to use discernment and critical thinking and decide for yourself. No one can make the decision for you. But if you're targeted, you've already pretty much made the decision for yourself. And the gangs of stalkers have already made a decision about you, regardless of your demeanor, of your behavior, of your actual life, of the reality of your life. They've determined, they're going to ruin your life. no matter what, whether they have to lie, cheat, and frame you. And that's what they're trying to do, is lie about you, cheat you, frame you, steal from you, and ultimately cause your death, whether it be you take it yourself or someone does it for you. That is the gist of gangs of stalkers. Intent. Now I put a poll up here about you know has your have aspects of your targeting improved. Um, that's just a poll. It's probably going to be a lot more no's than there are yeses, but there might not be. But it's just a poll. You can choose to pick one, or you choose not to. It doesn't matter really. I can't really vote, but I will say that as far as mine goes, it's a yes and a no. It hasn't improved, but it hasn't really lessened. Some of the things have lessened, but some of the things haven't improved at all. Some have gotten worse. Um, the lies are getting worse, that's for sure. Um, I, I personally know these people have unalived people in my general vicinity, and no one's going to change my mind on that. And I know who's done it. I know who's done it, and I know who's behind it, and I know what they're doing to do it. And I have every intention over the rest of my life to prove it. If I have to, you know, create a new technology to do so, I fully intend to do that. Um, you can say, oh yeah, you don't have the skills. Well, you don't know that. I absolutely have the skills and the knowledge to do that. It's just I don't have the financial backing to do what I would like to do. Now, if you're a EEG company that would like to maintain your credibility with the fact that you're, using this just to help people for medical reasons or whatever mental reasons, you might be interested in helping me accomplish this. Basically, to you know, cover your CYA, cover your own ass, because they are using EEG for this. They have been using it. They've been using BCI for this, which is brain computer interface electro elect encephalography. Ugh, I couldn't spit it out. But um, it's part of it, and it has been part of it. It's how they perform B2K. It's a part of it. Um, and I that's 100% fact. You can look the patents up yourself. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to sit here and write uh, uh, recite patents or go through the list of patents. If you want to know, you'll look for yourself. You'll go look at the patent information yourself for microwave technology and uh, magnetic field technology to alter brain waves and to spy on people. They've been doing this shit. These patents are not fake. They're all been funded. They're all there. Now that intent is through you know the betterment of mankind. But when these things exist, there's going to be these people like these gangs of stalkers that use them for clandestine means, which that's what they're doing, and they're not going to stop. They have no reason to stop because there's people like you watching that are saying, "Oh, this shit isn't happening. You targets are all crazy." But if it wasn't really happening, the government wouldn't care, and they wouldn't. First of all, wouldn't reopen an investigation on Havana syndrome if they didn't think there was something to this. Uh, Personally, I've contacted the ABC agencies And for the most part, you get the Stonewall. But in the same instance, that Stonewall basically just is an admittance. They know exactly what you're talking about, but they're not going to elaborate on any of the terms of what they're doing with it. I mean, I've said before about you can look it up yourself. Edward Snowden, when he was in the NSA, he saw the technology where they can look inside your head as you're typing and retyping stuff in your head. You know, you're formulating the thought. They're looking at the thought. They watch you rethink the thought. They watched you type it out the first time and you backspaced and typed it out again and you changed the word. They watched that. They see that. They know that shit. So these people know they're liars. These scumbags know you're not doing anything that they're saying you're doing, but they have an ability to alter information gleaned from you. So I personally, I'm not a murderer. I've never killed anybody, never raped anybody. I've never done anything bad to anyone. But these scumbags intimate that, I'm the worst person in the world. Um, that you're a homosexual or whatever they want, whatever they appeal, whatever they're trying to intimate or, force whatever onto you. But um, I know who a fair amount of my stalkers are. I've named a few of them, and I'll keep naming them. I really don't care. What are you gonna do? You're gonna get me in trouble for proving you're a stalker, proving you've been harassing me for 5 or 6 years. Go ahead and show your evidence. If your evidence is so concrete, and I'm such a horrible person, where's your evidence? I've showed evidence of what your actions are and the things you've been doing. Other people have shown them. Well, where is your channel, gangs of stalkers, that that you're willing to make public that all of us targeted individuals have done these things? And until you are willing to come out of the closet and bring this shit forward, that you say you have all of these these instances of things, that horrible things that targets have done, where are they? Yeah, you can talk shit all you want. You can have all your perps come to my chat or someone else's chat and say, see, I know blah 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 blah, this person's horrible, blah 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 blah, evil, evil, evil. Bullshit. You're a lying scumbag and everybody knows you are. So that's why I'm gonna make the gangs of stalkers bullshit detector, because I'm gonna use it on myself. I'm going to prove that I can EEG myself from a distance. I'm going to prove that everything that I've been telling you is happening. I'm going to create V2K for myself to use on myself, so that you know that that this shit is really happening, and you know it is. You know it is. You gang stalkers know it is. You can lie all you want. You know it is. You targets, you know you're being targeted. No one's going to change that. No one's going to demean you for that. They can't, because you know it's true. No matter how bad they make you feel, you know you're being targeted. You know these people are BTKing you. You know these people are following you in their black trucks and whatever vehicle, or in the street or in the store or showing up before you get to Walmart. You know that. You feel it. You know it's happening because you see it, you feel it, it's done. You feel the pain in your gut when they're using the ultrasound on you and making your stomach hurt, or giving you horrible fucking migraines, or burning your eyeballs with kaleidoscopes so you can't see, or rotting your fucking teeth out. You know it's happening because it's happening to you. You can't change that. You can't change you telling the truth like I'm telling you the truth. I challenge anyone to put whatever kind of facial recognition, voice, like I said, voice recognition technology, whatever this truth sayer shit on any one of my videos. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. No, you can prove it. I want you to prove I am or I'm not. For yourself, if for nothing else. And the reason these scumbags won't do live shows and voice these accusations they have against targets is because they know that's possible. Because then you'd have video of them talking shit and lying and making up things and trying to denigrate people for just mouthing off. I mean, that's what I plan on doing. I see all these communities, truth teller communities that have coach before their name or a truth sayer or truth teller or blah blah blah. I don't trust anyone that has attached that kind of terminology to their name, like Honest Joe or, whatever. Your opinion means very little to me because you're lying right off the bat saying you're a truth sayer to me, in my opinion. So, since no one is trying to come up in the chat, it's fine. I'm just going to plug my picture here again. This is a picture I painted. I did this a long time ago. I'm using it as a background. You can see my my curtain behind, when I move it, the glitching, you can see it. I mean, I can turn off the background. It's the background I just added. But this is just a picture I painted. You can look at my other artwork. You can listen to some of my guitar work. But like I say, if you're so inclined and you want me to help you, you can donate to my Cash App so that I can get some more equipment to finish my device to help you even further. Now, if don't want to donate, you can talk to me about maybe me drawing you a picture for some money. I'll do that as repayment. But as far as that goes, I'm not here to try and make money. That Cash App is going to be used only for making this device. It's not going to pay no bills. It's not going to use it to buy beer. I'm not going to use it to do that. None of that crap. It's going to be for the device. And when the device is created, I'm going to probably spread it around. I might even start making them and giving them to targets. So, or at least show a diagram of how you can make one yourself and program it yourself. I have every intent of stopping gangs of stalkers. Okay, I don't care if you're law enforcement or not, criminals, whatever. It's all criminal. There's no consent here. No targeted individual has consented to this invasion of their life, to be assaulted 24 hours a day, harassed, annoyed, destroyed. No one's ever agreed to that. Sure, I'd love that. No, fuck you. No one's consented to this shit ever. So, have a good day and keep looking up.